You know, Preston, it'll be interesting to find out what the Davidsons think of Vaughn's problem.
Frankly, Charles, at this point, I really don't give it.
Wait just a minute. Don't forget the boys are your son-in-law.
Oh? Well, I think you might be interested to know what I learned from my attorney in Lake Forest.
I wonder if it's the same thing that my attorney here in Kingsley told me.
I believe this is your order, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, what did your attorney tell you?
Oh, no. Yours first.
Well, he told me that the marriage between Courtney and Vaughn can be annulled, providing it was never consummated.
Isn't that interesting? That's what Dan Meyer told me when I questioned him about it.
And that doesn't seem to concern you, Charles?
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. Anyone gets very upset when young people break up these days, especially...
Oh, come on, Charles, I'm eating. The seat on the board of Carpenter Shipping never crossed your mind.
Oh, but it did, dear brother. And may I remind you that our agreement is based on the unconditional fact that Vaughn and Courtney got married, which they did. Consequently, no matter what happens from here on, that contract is still intact.
Mom. Oh. Brian.
It's not Santa Claus, but I'd say I run a pretty close second. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, come on in.
I might even stay a while if Dr. Martin's lovely wife will tell me why she's wearing such a sad face.
Yeah, well, it's my mom.
Well, I know. She's coming over for dinner, and she doesn't approve of your recipe for filet mignon.
No, I wish that were it. No, Brian, my mom is missing, and the police are looking for her right now.
What happened?
Well, it's so involved, I couldn't possibly tell you all the details. But basically, it's about this priceless heirloom that Dr. Phillips inherited.
Ben's partner?
Yeah, and Mom's very good friend.
What you need is something cheerful to take your mind off it. Here.
Where did you get Ben's keys?
From the garage where Ben had your car towed to. Well, I thought I might have trouble driving without them.
Wait a minute. You didn't pay.
Hey, no problem. No more bill either.
Unit 27 here. Suspect has left his vehicle and is proceeding on foot west on Rian Drive. Unit 27, pick up and follow southbound. Suspect may be 1029.
I'm not a psychotherapist. I can't pretend that trying to have a relationship with you is like... Well, it's less than rewarding.
I know. I'm sorry, Courtney, but in time, I know things will be different.
Oh, I know that's what you're hoping for. I'm I'm just not so sure it can work. After all, we started this whole thing on a line to try to solve a problem like this.
Courtney,
Dad,
why didn't you tell me you knew where she was?
Because I didn't want you interfering, Preston.
Interfering?
Dad. I can explain this.
Look, Preston, Courtney and I are in the middle of discussing some problems. Frankly, we'd be a lot better off without you around.
Well, is this perhaps a family reunion?
Well, it is for Courtney and I. As you can see, the table's set for two, so if you'll excuse us,
Vaughn.
gentlemen.
Dad, look, I'm sorry that I worried you. I was gonna call you right after lunch and let you know where I was.
But I, of course, told her that you wouldn't stay away under those circumstances.
No, there's no way I'm going to stay away. Courtney, I'd like to talk with you, honey, in private.
Vaughn, why don't I buy you a drink? Help celebrate finding your wife.
This is between Courtney and me.
Don't worry.
All right. But I think you should know, Preston, that Courtney and I intend to spend the rest of our honeymoon here, together, and God willing, alone.
Well, it seems that my niece married a private investigator.
Look, just stay out of my business, Charles.
That's a little difficult to do, inasmuch as we are new business partners.
Oh, please, don't ever call me that. I don't need your advice in business, and, I could never want it personally.
Well, it would appear that not all my advice has been worthless.
Meaning?
Well, our little talk the other day. It would appear that my advice to find help quickly was taken by you to heart.
Charles, the day that I take advice from you to heart is the day that I check into Rose Hill and start rooming with Phyllis.
Brian, you can't.
Can't what? Drive your car without the keys? Now, that's what the mechanic said.
Come on, you know what I mean. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's our car, all right.
Expected somebody else's?
But the engine had to be...
Rebuilt.
How much?
The whole engine.
Brian, no. How much did it cost?
Well, just, seat on your comfortable couch. Well, will you join me, man?
Wait a minute. Now, Brian, Ben said that that was going to be at least $1,000.
Oh, at least. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching every cent tumble out of my pockets.
Yeah, well, Brian, if you keep going on like this, you won't have anything left in those pockets.
Laurie, dear heart, it's all right for you to accept my gift. I mean, well, after all, isn't that what this Christian charity of yours is all about?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's about giving.
But before you can give, you have to learn how to graciously receive.
All right. You win. Brian, thanks. Boy, I tell you, it'll definitely lift a big load off of his shoulders.
Laurie, isn't there something more to old Sure and Steady's demeanor these days than just a little unfortunate car expense?
Old Sure and Steady?
Yeah, well, that's what we used to call Ben in med school. Oh. Seems he's changed. Is he bored with his work at the clinic or something?
Well, it's just that we've been through a lot this past year. First of all, I went through some problems that really put a strain on our marriage. And the clinic hasn't really fulfilled his expectations. And then he was almost sued for malpractice. I'm talking too much.
It's all right, I have that effect on some people.
Yeah, you do.
Could it be? And, well, mind you, I'm just guessing that, well, Ben needs that fulfillment and he sees his opportunity for it slipping away?
I don't know, Brian. I don't think Ben really knows what would fulfill him right now.
Well, I won't take any more of your time. I just wanted to return the car.
No, hey, why don't you stay? Ben will be home
No,
soon.
I really should be going. Besides, I don't want to get in the way of my two favorite lovebirds spending a little time alone.
Brian, thanks again. Friends like you are a real blessing.
See you later, kiddo.
All Ben sees this as a blessing.
Lance? Okay, college boy, have it your way.
And then they had Samir had Terry blindfold me, and then they let me.
What? They drove you all over the place then?
Yeah, and I had absolutely no idea where I was.
Nor where Terry is now, right?
Sorry.
Well, I got my men on it. They're chasing Lance down now.
Yeah. Well, I think there is one consolation in this whole mess, anyway.
What on earth is that?
Well, this rule of diplomatic immunity will now be invalid.
Don't bet on it.
Oh,
Wait.
come on, Sergeant.
I've been in touch with the State Department since the beginning of this whole caper. If it was up to me, I'd have those 3 out of the country in 24 hours, no questions. The political climate of Doria is such right now that our bureaucrats don't want to alienate the wrong side.
Oh, boy. That's beautiful. That's just great. So what do? We just sit around and let them do whatever they want?
What we have to do is we have to catch the princess, Felix, and Samir in the act, then the State Department will get involved.
Ah, yes, and in the meantime, we do sit around like a bunch of hapless...
Idiots.
At war with a bunch of crooked diplomats. But that war may be over sooner than you think.
Well, how? You just said we have to catch them in the end.
Oh, we will if this next little plan of mine works.
What if your next little plan doesn't work?
Give me a chance, will you?
If your idea will give Terry a chance.
Go ahead.
All right, my men have spotted Lance out near the edge of town.
Did they get him?
They're trailing him now. When they nab him, this time we'll find out where the Bible is. You're gonna have to do some more acting.
No, I really... No, Sergeant.
All right.
Listen, it's all right. We're gonna have that snake brother of yours in custody this time.
Okay. What do you want me to do now?
I want you to pose as Lance, make a deal for the Bible with the princess at the hotel. We get it on videotape with hidden camera, and that way, we get those characters out of this country for good. Brubaker. You what? All right, you listen to me, and you listen good. I want you to make sure that nothing happens to either one of them. I'll be right there.
Hey, whoa. Where are you going?
What's going on now?
Well, my men found Lance, and so did Russ Weaver.
Say, Brian's gone too far this time. Yes? Wait, could you repeat that for me, please? $1,554? No, I'm sorry. There's no problem. That sounds right. Thank you very much. There's no way I'm accepting this.
Yeah, I was afraid you wouldn't.
Why didn't you refuse him, Laurie?
I tried, Ben. But he made me feel guilty if I didn't accept it. I mean, he even talked about how Christians are supposed to receive before they give.
Oh, I see. So he's a minister now as well, too, huh?
Ben, come on.
No, you come on, Laurie. I mean, the guy fed you a line and you fell for it.
I fell for nothing. I thought maybe you just have a very generous friend. And besides, the other night, you were so panicked about the car broken down that I thought you might be grateful.
I'm sorry. Well, I am sorry. I shouldn't take it out on you just because of
His what?
his being so condescending.
That's ridiculous.
No, is it? Is it? Now you think about it.
He comes down here, he sees me working in a clinic, stuck in the middle of some ghetto. We invite him to a chicken dinner at a fast food joint when he's used to steak teriyaki at a country club.
But he is not that
He hears that our vacations are scarce, to say the least.
So what?
So, he smothers us with charity to bring us up to his sophisticated level.
You're overreacting. Ben, we are sound financially without Brian's help. God's always met our needs. And hey, Dr. Ben Martin, you got dibs on being sophisticated.
Oh, you think so, huh?
I know so. And I also think that we should accept Brian's help graciously. I think we just got to make it clear to him that he doesn't have to give us such lavish treatment in the future.
Well, it's funny, because in the future meant worrying about paying that car bill. Now it means worrying about having it paid. No, I'm sorry, Laurie. I just cannot accept it.
Of course I forgive you. And I love you very much. It's just that you seem so proud of this control you claim to have over my life. Now, do you really think that your interference was the sole reason for marrying Vaughn?
Yes. I was afraid I'd ruined your life.
If my life is ruined, then it'll be my doing, not yours. Besides, I think my love for Mother would have convinced me to make the same decision with or without your interference.
Fine. Now, the sooner we get all of this in back of us, the better off we're going to be.
Listening to my own heart, remember?
Courtney, you don't mean that you intend to stay?
Dad, he practically begged me to give him a second chance. I saw a side of him that I'd never seen before. Helpless. Desperately in need of someone. In need of me. He says I'm the only one who can help him.
Do you think that he can ever reach the point where he can... where he can provide the physical intimacy that you need?
Fate seems to have discarded my needs a long time ago. Well, fate or my stubbornness, I'm not quite sure which.
No, don't you be too hard on yourself. You've been the victim in all of this.
Maybe. But I can't run away from this anymore. Every time I consider that, I think of Mom. You know, the self-respect that she instilled in me is very much alive.
She's a very proud and lovely lady.
And she always will be. That's why I can't see her put in a state institution, or see you or your business ruined. See, then my life would be worthless. It would betray everything that I've been taught about responsibility.
You mean that you...
He says no one can help him but me. He deserves that much. I can't just desert him without trying, can I? Dad, I'm not going to be the victim anymore. If I fail, then it's my failure. I don't know if I can help him or not, but I'm going to try.
Courtney, there are other ways that we...
Let that be my decision.
Where's Terry?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, all right, man. You got about 1 minute to tell me where she is when that Bible's gonna knock your head off.
You are?
Kill.
Let me go, I swear, I don't know where
Hey, you tell me where she is or you're going over the side, man.
right, let him up, Russ. I got it from here.
Why, John? Just so he can get away again? He probably killed Terry.
Think about what you're doing, Russ. I got Jeremy down at the station. He knows that she was kidnapped by the princess.
You're just saying that to get me off him.
If you kill him, we won't get that Bible back. And if we don't get it back, Terry's life will be over. Cuff him. You sure have a way of making this a rough day, bud.
Take the cuffs off him.
How'd you boys find me?
Oh, I think it's something a little too complex for you to understand, Lance, but I'll explain it to you anyway. You see this little gadget right here? We stuck this in your jewelry case. It sends out a real nice, clear signal. But now, I am gonna be the one who's asking the questions. Understand? So let's start with the Dar es Salaam Bible. Now, you're gonna tell me where that Bible is, or so help me. By the time I'm through with you, you're gonna wish that Russ Weaver here had thrown you off that fire escape. You understand me, garbage?